So now I'm going to talk about how the bass fits in with the rhythm section and how the bass can also kind of enhance a vocalist as well. So I like to say that the bass is the bridge between the rhythm, so the percussion, the drums, just any rhythm section with any of the harmonic instruments, so any of the guitar or the piano, because the bass has pitches. We can follow the chords and the roots of the chords, just like the guitar, the piano, any other harmonic instrument, even any melodic instrument. But the thing that the bass is capable of doing that the rest aren't is that we have that low end that can also match with any of the rhythmic section as well. So a lot of the times the bass will follow the rhythm of the drums, but will follow the chords or the roots of the chords of whatever the guitar and whatever the piano will be playing. So say that a piano is just railing on a G chord, but the drums are doing the bass drum 4 on the floor, so 4 quarter notes per measure. So I would play a G with the piano because that's the root of the chord that they're playing, but I would match the bass drum pattern of the drums. So I would just simply go. But then if I want to add a little bit of variety, I could do some octaves, so. Or I can do a walking bass line depending on the genre. So I could go like. Just anything that can connect what the drums are doing, and I can just keep a steady beat with the drums, but also matching whatever the harmonic instruments are playing. So in a lot of like rock and pop, it would be a more simpler rhythm with more simpler chords. So it's a little easier. When we get to jazz, funk, R&B, the rhythms can get a little more complicated. You can add a little bit more technique to spruce it up. The more complicated the drums are, the more freedom the bass kind of has as well to add a little bit more rhythm. But also, you just still want to make sure you're following whatever the harmonic instruments are doing since you are playing pitches. When I'm playing with a vocalist, obviously dynamics are a huge part, so don't want to be too loud, overpowering the vocalist. Since I do have a lower end and a higher end, sometimes that can cut through the vocalist depending on what octave or range they're playing in. So if a vocalist is a little bit lower, like a bass or a tenor, I'll probably play more in the upper end of the bass, so it's a little bit of a higher sound. But if it's more of a soprano or alto, then I'll probably still play in the lower end. Same with the guitars and piano. Depending on what octave they're playing on, I try to play the opposite. So I am still heard, but I'm not going to cut through any of what they're playing. Also with a vocalist, if there is a part where it's like just drums and vocals, sometimes I can add a bass line that supports the vocalist melody as well to add a little bit more flair.